Shakur moved with a quiet authority. Each round unfolded under his control, measured and deliberate, as if he anticipated every motion before it happened. His opponent attempted to respond, to assert himself, but the space had already been claimed. Distance, timing, and precision. The tools Shakur had honed over years left little room for error, little room for resistance. By the first round, the options had narrowed. Small gestures, fleeting adjustments, even moments of improvisation were met with patient, unyielding focus. There was a sense that each action was weighed and accounted for, each reaction expected, leaving his opponent with fewer answers as the fight progressed. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. From the sidelines, those watching could only observe, a mixture of admiration and tension quietly settling in. Analysts and fellow fighters noted his mastery, the clarity with which he navigated the ring. Yet beyond the dominance, there was a deeper recognition, the discipline, the awareness, the mental and physical cost required to maintain that level of control. Every movement, every calculated restraint, spoke of experience shaped by repetition, of instinct guided by preparation. Even as commentators reflected on the performance, acknowledging talent and execution, there remained an unspoken dimension, the uncertainty of what might have been done differently, the narrow margins that separate success from struggle. And through it all, there was trust in what Shakur perceived in the moment, a reliance on his own judgment, unshared with those observing from outside the ropes. It was a reminder that mastery carries with it the weight of expectation, the quiet intensity of focus, and the enduring tension of a journey still unfolding. From the outside, it was easy to see what might have been done differently. Yet inside the ring, the reality is always different. Shakur felt each movement, each connection, in a way that no one observing could fully understand. He navigated space and pressure with awareness honed over years, making decisions in an instant that defined the rhythm of the fight. The precision, the focus, the patience, these were not accidents. They were the product of countless hours of preparation, discipline, and instinct. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Even amid such dominance, the narrative of achievement remained unfinished. There were titles yet to claim, records to pursue, respect still waiting in the ledger of boxing history. For divisions, multiple milestones, and still the question of potential loomed. Observers speculated on greatness, on legacy, on the limits of endurance and skill. But in the ring, it was only the present moment that mattered. Outside the ropes, voices acknowledged his control. Analysts noted the ease with which he dictated distance, the way his timing neutralized his opponent's attempts, and the patience that forced frustration to accumulate in the adversary. A fighter trained to respond, to anticipate, to adjust, but against Shakur, there was only reaction, never initiative. Lopez's strategy faltered, his counters never found their mark. Shakur's calm, measured approach made every mistake visible, every opening and opportunity seized with quiet authority. The lesson was subtle but profound. Mastery is often silent. It is patience, it is discipline, it is waiting for the moment when the other must act first. It is the capacity to remain composed while others exhaust themselves against an invisible wall. In this measured dominance, there is both brilliance and cost, the psychological weight of sustaining focus, the burden of expectation, and the isolation that comes with true command of one's craft. Analysts reflected on Lopez's earlier challenges, particularly against Sandor Martin, observing how rushing Stevenson repeatedly proved costly. Fighters like Lomachenko and Josh Taylor present a different kind of threat, forward-moving, aggressive, relentless. But in this fight, Teofimo's inability to adjust allowed Shakur to dictate the tempo, to control space, and to land with precision, round after round. It was a display of strategic mastery, a reminder of why Stevenson is counted among the sport's elite. Yet, it was also a reminder of the long intervals between such tests. Fights that demand this level of patience and adaptation are rare, and when they come, they expose every subtlety in skill and preparation. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. For some, questions lingered before the fight. Would Stevenson's size be sufficient? Could he withstand the power and physicality of a naturally larger opponent? The answers emerged quietly, almost imperceptibly, as the rounds unfolded. Even as Lopez appeared to carry extra weight, preparing for advantage, Shakur's composure never wavered. He remained grounded, measured, and unshaken, moving with a confidence that betrayed no hesitation. Observers noted how Stevenson immediately imposed his rhythm. Hand speed, footwork, and spatial awareness combined to frustrate every attempt at aggression. Lopez tried to assert himself, to land the decisive punch, shifting stances in search of opportunity, but each effort met the barrier of Stevenson's control. The lead hand, the jab, the angles, they constrained his opponent, forcing him to reset again and again as Stevenson guided the fight with quiet authority. Even in the opening moments, it was evident this was not a contest of brute force, but of discipline, anticipation, and calculation. Lopez's attempts at basic attacks, repetitions of known strategies, faltered under scrutiny. He struggled to navigate past Stevenson's defense, to find openings where there were none. Where others might have overcommit, Stevenson mirrored, restrained, and exploited, each movement deliberate, each reaction measured. Observers likened it to the defensive mastery of Floyd Mayweather, a methodical approach in which offense and defense are inseparable, and control is maintained without excess or display. In these moments, the fight revealed more than victory or defeat. It revealed the quiet, almost imperceptible workings of mastery, the patience to wait, the clarity to see, the discipline to act only when opportunity appears, and the composure to maintain it under constant pressure. It was a reminder that true skill is often invisible to the untrained eye, yet unmistakable in its consequences. Round after round, Stevenson's precision and measured control defined the contest. Analysts noted how his timing, spatial awareness, and strategic patience left Lopez with few openings, unable to impose his will. In the opening exchanges, Stevenson relied almost exclusively on his jab, each touch forcing Lopez to reset, to reconsider, to pause. There was a quiet inevitability to it. Every adjustment Lopez attempted seemed to meet a barrier, subtle yet relentless. Comparisons to previous opponents highlighted the magnitude of Stevenson's performance. Against William Zapata, Shakur had faced sustained combinations, occasional adversity, yet he had weathered it. Lopez, by contrast, approached differently, selective, tentative, seeking to assert himself early, but the attempts never found traction. Stevenson's ability to control distance, to dictate rhythm from the front foot or the back, exposed the limitations of his opponent's strategy. Observers noted the moments in the corners, subtle but revealing. Stevenson, confident in his range and physical presence, remarked quietly, "I'm stronger than him. I can feel it." In the clinch, he demonstrated not only strength but awareness, moving with an unspoken authority that forced his opponent back. Despite Lopez's size and prior boasts of competing at higher weights, he was constrained at every turn, unable to translate physical advantage into effectiveness. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Each punch, whether a single strike or a measured combination, was executed with deliberation. The control, the timing, the ability to adapt instantly to each opening revealed a mastery that was both technical and instinctive. Stevenson moved fluidly between offense and defense, exploiting small errors, capitalizing on the weight of his experience. The contrast was clear. Lopez, attempting to press, found himself consistently outmaneuvered. Stevenson, steady and composed, converted each moment of imbalance into control. Even in retrospect, the implications are significant. Shakur's rise through the weight divisions and his command over this contest underscore a rare combination of versatility and discipline. He remains technically formidable, physically commanding, and mentally precise, a presence in the ring that few can challenge. Observers, while noting the broader competitive landscape, acknowledged that his skill and adaptability have positioned him among the most complete fighters of his era. At 28, Shakur Stevenson stands at a rare intersection of skill, experience, and physical maturity. Analysts suggest that, moving up to 147 pounds, he could compete for, and likely claim, a world title, potentially making him a 5-weight champion in his next contest. Comparisons to historical champions underscore the significance. Oscar de la Hoya had achieved 4-weight supremacy by 24, Adrian Broner by 25. Stevenson's trajectory, while quieter in its public narrative, now carries undeniable weight. Though certain opportunities eluded him at 135 pounds, his accomplishments at 140 demonstrate his capacity to confront elite opposition and emerge unchallenged. Technical analysis of his performance reveals a mastery both subtle and profound. His right hook, precise and unhurried, opened avenues of control, cutting through Lopez's defense while simultaneously dictating positioning. He manipulated distance with effortless command, using high guard, subtle pivots, and body placement to frustrate his opponent. Counters, left uppercuts to head and body, were measured, never forced, always timed to capitalize on the smallest openings. His jab, flexible and relentless, maintained control across all ranges, forward, backward, or in place, establishing an invisible perimeter that Lopez could not breach. Commentators compared Stevenson to Floyd Mayweather, noting a similar emphasis on positional mastery. Yet, Stevenson's style carries its own clarity, a sharp, snappy southpaw jab, adaptable in execution, delivering control rather than brute force. His footwork, pivots, and angles, executed with calm precision, reveal a fighter fully attuned to the rhythm of the ring. Each movement, each reset, each measured strike speaks to a mind as engaged as the body, a combination of anticipation, awareness, and instinct. In the fight itself, Stevenson's dominance was both clinical and compelling. Lopez, the naturally larger fighter, sought to assert himself early, yet was systematically constrained. Clinches revealed a subtle physical advantage. Stevenson could guide, redirect, even subtly pressure, asserting authority without reckless aggression. Punches, whether singular or in clusters, were timed with such precision that Lopez's attempts to respond were repeatedly neutralized. The fight's pace, methodical yet unrelenting, highlighted Stevenson's ability to impose his strategy without spectacle, to dictate terms without urgency, and to exploit hesitation with quiet inevitability. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Observers and analysts alike were struck by the totality of Stevenson's command. From hand speed to positional intelligence, from defensive anticipation to offensive adaptability, the performance elevated him to elite status. Comparisons to Lomachenko or Crawford emerged naturally, yet Stevenson's artistry is distinct, rooted in control, patience, and exacting execution. Those watching noted the rarity of such a display, a smaller fighter, moving up in weight, imposing strategy and authority across 12 rounds, leaving the opponent without answers, every motion measured, every opening anticipated. The broader significance of the performance is evident not only in the immediate outcome, but in its affirmation of Stevenson's place in boxing today. This was not a fluke or a product of circumstance. It was a demonstration of timing, intelligence, and adaptability at the highest level, a technical and psychological mastery that few have achieved. Fans, analysts, and fellow fighters recognize the performance as a masterclass, deliberate, precise, and quietly commanding. Stevenson, through this fight, reaffirmed himself not merely as a champion, but as one of the sport's most complete, disciplined, and extraordinary talents. Even in reflection, the impact resonates. Watching him move, control, and dismantle Lopez with composure, many were left in awe, reminded that greatness in boxing is as much about intellect and strategy as it is about physicality. Stevenson's performance was, in every sense, a testament to the quiet power of mastery, calculated, patient, and absolute. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos.